Father, I would like to know your opinion of the following translations of the Bible: the Confraternity Bible and also the Haydock Bible.
Well, the Haydock Bible is a Catholic Bible. The Confraternity was more or less produced in the 40s and 50s. A new kind of updated translation rendered more into modern English. Personally, I think the Confraternity loses a lot. I think it loses a lot in the translation, becoming a little too pedestrian, rather banal. Even loses a bit of the mystery. You know, you read the Douay Reims, as they call it, Bible translation into English. It has a certain elegance, right? It has a certain grace and beauty to it, a certain mystery too, you know, which requires you to actually go and do a little research and look into the background of things. But in the process of doing that, you actually learn more and you get an insight into the meaning of the text. Whereas with the Confraternity and a more updated version, you read it, it makes sense in English, and you think you understand it, but you don't really go any deeper into it because you don't have to. You just read it, and it's kind of a past, and you just keep reading. It doesn't really invite you so much to explore, investigate, and understand exactly why was this term used, you know? Why was this expression used? Why was this kept in the translation in the Douay Reims? You know, and there's also always something instructive in that. So, as I say, I think the Confraternity version has lost a bit. Remember when Cardinal Bea was given the task of translating the Latin Psalms into classical Latin out of the Vulgate, and he threw this enormous wrench in the singing and the chanting of the Divine Office, even just the reading of the Divine Office, the praying of the Divine Office. And priests were suddenly clerics were suddenly faced with this classical Latin text, and they were tripping all over it because they had been praying the Vulgate version of the Psalms. And in some cases, maybe even the Attic version of the Psalms, going back that far. And they knew them by heart. They loved them. I mean, it was part of them. And all of a sudden now, that's not it. You know, the language has been changed. The structures, even of the phraseology, have been changed. And you couldn't pray it anymore. It was really like throwing sand in the gas tank, as it were, and it just gets into the engine and it just tears everything. So the modernists, again, you know, they think, oh, you know, this is classical, right? So it's got to be an improvement, right? This is more worldly. Well, that's the name of modernism. That's the middle name, right? Worldly. So in any case, I don't like the Confraternity. You might have gotten that impression. The Haydock is good, though, because the Haydock not only gives you all the mystery that comes with the Douay Reims translation, but it also gives you references to the Fathers. So, and those citations of the writings of the Fathers of the Church can be very, very instructive. Give a lot of insight into the meaning of the text, especially where there's a mystery. So I would say if one could get a hold of the Haydock Bible, it would do well to do so. It's a Catholic text. It's a Catholic production, as it were.